What's a little thing you do to make the world a better place? I leave spare quarters in gumball machines. I like to think it makes somebody happy every once in a while. When I was little, I found a quarter already in the gumball machine. It was you. Wait for people that get left behind. No bro left behind. I used to get left behind at family lunches and dinners, as I am a slow eater. An uncle of mine started staying with me till I finished my food. Probably cost him some time but meant a lot for me. I pick up a few pieces of trash each time I walk my dog. It's a very tiny thing, but I like to think it adds up. You are real MVP.
What would you do?
What's something you've gotten away with as a kid because they're young and don't know what they're doing, when really you knew exactly what you were doing? I don't know if this fits because I don't remember it at all, but when I was around 3 or so, my sister, 10 years older, kept getting blamed for eating all the ice cream, and would deny it, which made my mom mad. Then one day, my mom rounds the corner into the kitchen, then quickly pulls back to watch little old me drag a chair from the table over to the freezer, grab a spoon from the drawer, open said freezer and dive into the ice cream, finish and put the ice cream back, close the freezer, lick the spoon and put it back into the drawer, and pull the chair back over to the table. It was almost the perfect crime.
Oh no.
What is the most hilariously inaccurate fact someone has told you? My roommate tried to convince me that there are chimpanzee people in the jungle because isolated tribes are getting it on with the monkeys. I tried to explain how species reproduce and quickly realized he thinks you can bang a horse and get a centaur. You cannot, in fact, bang a horse and get a centaur, baby. I've tried, like every way I could think of.
Oh no. Why would you do that?
What's an unfun fact? There are at least 8 nuclear weapons known to be missing. Piper Perry, the girl on the couch with 5 black guys behind her meme, came home from a shoot one night to find that her boyfriend had shaken her toddler to death. When preparing a body for an open casket, the mortician will sew the person's jaw shut to keep their mouth from flopping open and place special contact lenses on the eyes lined with hooks, both to keep the eyelid from snapping open due to shrinking tissues, and to give the eye a bit more natural bulge, as the eye tends to sink into the socket after death. What are some common facts that people believe to be true even if the existing evidence states the contrary? A lot of people think they can burn belly fat by doing crunches or slim their arms down by doing push-ups, but targeted fat loss isn't possible and there's no evidence to suggest it is. Yeah, ab workouts just build up your core muscle and burn calories. The kitchen is where you lose the belly fat. Noted. Your abs in the kitchen. Instructions unclear. House caught on fire trying to burn calories in the kitchen. Instructions unclear. Dig caught in toaster.
What is the most terrifying thing you've ever experienced while home alone? I have been pretty fortunate based on these comments, but I was home alone one night while my wife and son were visiting my mill. I walked back to our bedroom to see someone rummaging through my son's room on the video baby monitor. Immediately grabbed my firearm and yelled to the other side of the house, "I am armed. Come out slowly." Over and over while slowly making my way back to his room. Got there, flipped on the light and nothing. Searched the whole house, pumped full of adrenaline. Finally satisfied I was alone, I went back to my room and the guy was back in the room. I took a closer look and I am ashamed to say I was looking at myself. The camera is a live feed on our Wi-Fi and it was steaming on a huge delay. I have never known it to do that and it has not done it since. TLDR went looking for myself and came back empty-handed. Somebody tried to break into the house while I was by myself. The whole place was quiet and dark at night time. I walked past the front door to go upstairs for bed, and the handle suddenly started jerking around like the Hulk was trying to get in. Then whoever it was started to either kick or shoulder the door, and it was making the whole frame jiggle. I completely froze and my mind went blank. Just standing there like an idiot and staring. My dog bolted down the stairs like it was her time to shine, scrambled on the
Hi
tile,
there.
and let loose the most vicious barks
bye.
I've ever heard. Whoever it was left. She was a very good girl. I miss her. I was chilling on the couch, doing whatever, when suddenly a really heavy person starts sprinting in our attic. Sounded like steel-toed boots and everything. I'm a really small woman, so I immediately freaked out, thinking there's a gigantic man stomping around my home. Then the screaming starts. Literal F-King screaming. Like something from The Exorcist. And there's multiple voices. I sneaked outside and cried, extremely shaken, and called the cops. Guess what's in my attic? Not a big rapist. No. Raccoons. Also, the raccoons were mating. That's what the screaming came from. I bawled to the cops about HRNY raccoons. When I was young, I came home from a party in the middle of the night. When my dad were out of town, I started making a midnight quesadilla when I heard someone cough in the basement. I yelled and ran outside, and they took off through the backyard. Come to find out, my dad's ex-GFS daughter stole her key to our house and came to rob us. She was busted a couple years later doing this to her sill. One evening an explosion at a petrochemical plant, located a mile from my house, blew out the double window in my living room while I was in the room. I definitely thought we were being bombed until I remembered where I live. I had just let my dog out to the backyard and he was completely traumatized. For the following 2 months I had to carry him outside and sit in the grass with pieces of chicken just so he would potty. Edit to add. My house is currently for sale for unrelated reasons. A few years back I was home alone during a power storm. I went into the bathroom to take a dump and at the exact time I was shitting I sneezed. Well, the power went out as well. The house was pitch black and I literally thought I shit myself blind. I couldn't see my hands, so in a panic I was yelling, "Nuru, this cannot be true." I was in a panic feeling for the toilet paper to wipe and flush. After completing the task I just sat on the toilet trying to figure out how to tell everyone I know that I literally shit myself blind by sneezing while shitting. After about 2 minutes of complete darkness and dread and panic, lightning struck outside and lit up my hallway. Best damn feeling ever. I lit 2 long taper candles for some ambience while I was playing guitar late at night. I was facing the other direction looking out the window while playing and shortly later turned around and went back towards the candles and discovered one of them was completely gone. The stand was still there, but no melted wax. Just a bare candle holder and the other one was still lit and no shorter than it was when I lit them. It was almost 3 a.m. and I was so terrified that I got in my car and left and drove to my dad's house. When I was about 10 years old, someone kept ringing the doorbell for like 10 minutes. Was f***ing creepy. I had a very similar thing happen to me a few years ago. Someone knocked, meaning they were in the apartment building already. So I figured it was a neighbor. I opened the door without looking first, and there was a very drunken man standing there. He did his best to get inside the apartment, blocking the door with his foot. But I shoved him as hard as I could on the chest and he stumbled back. He continued to knock and bang and ring on the doorbell until the cops showed up.
Okay, now let's go to Reddit and actually find some of this myself. Okay, let's go. Hi. Sure. This looks good, I guess. Had severely alcoholic patient, drink 2 large bottles of Listerine, etc. every day for about 15 years. He's think about nearly 10,000 bottles of mouthwash would kill him, but no, at least not very quickly. Oof. That sucks. Okay. I guess I'm gonna end the video here. Bye-bye.
Gonna taste my venom. I got that adrenaline, not knowing when I'm ever gonna slow up and I'm ready to stand.